Teachers are supposed to be influential, trusting figures of authority. However, there are a lot of teachers currently employed that do not portray these qualities at all. Parents are supposed to feel safe when they send their children to school, but there are countless cases of teachers betraying this trust. So this is the top 10 teachers part 2. If you guys want to watch part 1, click right over here. Okay, so we'll start off this list. In at number 10 with a teacher who was arrested after vandalizing a student's car. I mean, is this real life right now? According to the police, Edward Kimley IV was a teacher at a high school in Southbury, where one day he found a student's car parked in a spot. The teacher then decided to let the air out of the car's front tire. This guy's just being malicious, and yeah, that's real mature, buddy. How about you walk over to the front office and ask the administrators there to have the student move the car? You know, they can go on the PC and be like, hey, we have a car parked in staff parking. Can we get it removed? It's a red car. Student will come out and the car will be moved. No problem. So the teacher was placed on administrative leave and he will not have any contact with students at the school. The teacher later turned himself into the police and he was charged with 1 count of reckless endangerment in the 2nd degree, and he was released on a $500 bond. This was a total fail. A teacher entices students to set their school on fire, and this comes in for some reason at number 9. An unnamed teacher, I guess to protect their identity because this was just stupid. Well, this teacher at Couragent Boys High School in Kenya is being detained by police after he is connected to a fire incident that completely destroyed a dorm room. The teacher was mentioned during a preliminary investigation, and police are going to interrogate him over these accusations. The teacher convinced and enticed the students to burn down the dorm room, which destroyed property worth thousands of dollars, or over there, shillings. The student could have been seriously injured, and he should be charged with child endangerment along with other charges. Number 8 brings us to a teacher that hit a 13-year-old student on the head. Andrew Watt was the teacher at the Independence Day High School in Middlefield when one day during a lesson he was being accused of hitting a 13-year-old girl on the head. When the police spoke to the victim, she told them that she made a sarcastic and impolite remark to the teacher. He told the students to circle up, and that's when the student said, "Don't you mean square up?" She was making fun of him because the teacher participated in Tai Chi classes. Well, the teacher responded by saying, "You don't want to square up with me," and then they went into a defensive stand where he proceeded to punch her forehead with his forearm, causing her to fall backwards. And then he said, "This is why you don't square up with me in the lab." The teacher resigned the next day. And now coming into number 7 is a teacher who was arrested for giving a female student a smartphone to send nude pictures and videos to other students. So this former teacher was arrested for giving a student a smartphone with apps set up with the intent of sending naked pictures and videos to other students. If that wasn't bad enough, the teacher would then take the phone and view the images himself. There were actually more allegations made against this teacher. He would send emails from his private account to students talking about porn in class, also having inappropriate lunches and meetings with female students, and he even allowed a student to twerk in front of the class while telling her to keep going. He even gave one of the students a cake that was laced with marijuana. And I know what you guys are probably thinking.
Oh my god, Landon, weed is not even that bad for you. It shouldn't even be banned.
Well, you know what? This is a teacher giving it to the students. Very inappropriate setting. A teacher's assistant was caught assaulting a young boy with autism, and this sadly comes into number 6. 37-year-old Brittany Ann Bell was arrested after witnesses said that she picked up a 5-year-old autistic boy from his arm, pulled him down the steps, and threw him back across the hallway. The police were called immediately, and Brittany turned herself into the police, and she was charged with cruelty to children. The little boy had fingertip bruises on his arms where the teacher grabbed him, and he was also injured on his back as well. Well, it's safe to say that Brittany is no longer an employee of that school. Climbing up this disgraceful list, in at number 5, we have a teacher who was arrested after sending personal sex tapes to her 14-year-old student. And oh yeah, did I mention that she's married and she has a child of her own? Charlena Lee Wilson was a teacher at a high school in Alabama, and she was arrested and charged with 2nd-degree rape, 2nd-degree sodomy, transmitting obscene material to a child by a computer, and distributing material harmful to minors. She sent also a solo sex tape to an underage student who shared it onto social media, where it has been seen by thousands of people. A teacher was accused of beating a toddler in the classroom, and this comes in to number 4. Sadly, teachers abusing their students isn't unheard of, but it is still shocking and should not be tolerated under any circumstances. A Miami teacher has been charged with child abuse and neglect on several of her students after a surveillance video showed her repeatedly hitting several toddlers. This is just insane. The video surfaced after a parent picked up her daughter from school and noticed that the teacher slapped another student in the face. This is totally unforgivable, and I hope this teacher receives the proper sentencing. A teacher was arrested for filming girls change in a closet, and this disgusting teacher makes the shameful list in at number 3. He made more than 50 videos of girls changing their clothes inside a closet at a Nashville elementary school. Police arrested Jared Jones after the video of hundreds of images of young girls were found on his hard drive at home. Police say that each video appeared to be titled the first name of the students in the video, and all of them were filmed inside of the closet in the classroom. I mean, what the heck is going on? He placed a recording device that looked like a thumb drive in the closet. He was charged with 2 counts of especially aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. Now moving into number 2 is a teacher who's been having sex with an underage special needs student. Now this seems to be happening quite often. Police discovered that 35-year-old Teresa Marie Ramirez was having sex with an underage student that had special needs. Police are saying that this abusive relationship started back in 2015. The student actually told another teacher about the sexual relationship, and that's when the other teacher alerted the police. Apparently, Teresa also gave the student alcohol on many occasions. So now she faces 4 felony counts, including statutory rape and demeanor for supplying the minor with alcohol. So it's safe to say that her life is ruined, and thankfully she's not going to be teaching anymore. Coming into the number 1 spot, we have a teacher who was arrested for exposing students to HIV. 27-year-old John Connor, he was arrested and charged with sexual exploitation of a minor and criminal exposure to HIV. He had sex with a 16-year-old boy in 2015 and failed to tell the boy that he was HIV positive. Police have stated that the teacher and the students met on several occasions and had unprotected sex. The teacher and the student have been exchanging nude images and sexual messages for a while. John Connor has recently been arrested and is being held on a $100,000 bail. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really crazy video, and let me know if you guys want another part of this down below. There's just so many more teachers out there who are just incredibly just stupid. Well, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one.